is the community crafted mode, getting creative with a community crafted mode patch notes. This is available. Let me just show you when you enter the game and you go in celebrating all heroes over here. This is the community crafted 5 versus 5. So if you want to play this game mode, it's an arcade game mode. You can just click on play, and this is where you can experiment these changes. Now, Season 11 is here, and with it comes a funny way to play designed by some of your favorite Overwatch 2 content creators. I'm sorry, my brain lagged for a little bit. It's too hot outside. We've teamed up with Emong, TQQ, Kasta, and SK to pitch us the wild and crazy ideas to try in the game, read on to find about what changes they've cooked up, how you can play, and what fun new rewards you can earn starting today. You can find the community crafted mode in arcade. I told you how, chatting chatters. And also, you can also load the community crafted mode as a preset available in custom games to play with your friends. So you can set that up in custom game mode in case you don't want to do arcade. Maybe you want to do some scrims with it, for example. Or you want to try stuff out, but in custom game, not in the game. Like in arcade. Starting today and running through July 8th. So you have a couple of weeks, right? You have more than 2 weeks to try this out. You can also earn new rewards when you jump into community crafted or your favorite game mode. Play up to 48 games with wins, granting double progress to collect the Aztec Sombra bundle, including legendary skin, spray, name card, along with 40k XP. You can also earn even more rewards with premium battle pass. All right, there are some patch notes up apparently on like the patch notes that are in game, not in the arcade, but we're just gonna cover these ones first in the community crafted mode, and then we're gonna dive into the ones that are effectively in game with the patch notes. So without further ado, let's dive in. Let's see what Emong did. Tank hero changes by Emong. D.Va. Defense matrix. Now reduces incoming beam damage by 30%. Now reduces the cooldown of micro missiles based on the amount of damage absorbed. Now can strafe sideways and backwards. I mean, Emong plays a ton of D.Va. This is a huge buff to D.Va. Oh god. We're gonna go through all of them, chat. D.Va's already busted. He plays a lot of D.Va. Okay, chat? Shocking. But this is interesting. Incoming the beam damage reduced by 30%, so you would not have necessarily like a clear counter go Zarya defense matrix. You can't avoid the beam. But Sim also, D.Va is going to become stronger against Sim. We'll see. I want to see how this mobility feels like in game though with the boosters. But anyway, Doomfist, hand cannon. Projectile speed increased from 80 to 160. Power block. Required damage mitigation for rocket punch. Charge up has been reduced from 100 to 80, so you don't need that much damage. Shockwave height increased from 1.45 to 1.75 meters. Okay. Damage now scales the longer Doomfist is in the air. Base damage is now initially 50% and scales up to 200% by the end of the duration. So, Sniper Doomfist, kind of, and easier to get value out of him. Up until now, D.Va and Doomfist are going to be incredibly strong. Moving on. Junker Queen. Commanding Shout. Now gives Junker Queen armor instead of overhealth. Ooh, interesting. Cast time reduced from 0.75 to 0.375 seconds. Oh my goodness. What is this? Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Even my head went everywhere. I goddamn swore, dude. Holy shit. Okay, so this is going to be really fast with a rampage. Okay, Mauga, Overrun. Please nerf Mauga. Imagine if Emong nerfed Mauga. Radius increased from 7 meters to 9 meters. This is the shift. Critical hit damage increased from 120 to 180, and critical hit radius increased from 2 to 3 meters. So Mauga got even more buffed. Okay, anyway, correction. Carnage is the axe, Rampage is the ultimate. Oh, so you're just gonna cast the ultimate a little bit faster. This is more of a... I guess that if these work, we could actually see them on Queen. You know what I mean? We could actually see them on Queen like on the life patch. Seems interesting with the armor ones. Anyway, and this is like the ultimate you cast it faster, so you don't have enough time to cancel it. This one, I don't know. Orisa, new ability Halt. Ability activated by pressing reload. Okay. launch a graviton charge with reload, then detonate it with reload. So before in Overwatch 1, it was right click and then right click again. The sphere allows and slows and pulls nearby enemies to it. Energy Javelin, cooldown increase from 6 to 8 seconds. Javelin Spin, cooldown increase from 8 to 12 seconds. Okay, new ability. This Orisa has not, I would say, not necessarily a new ability, but an added ability in this case. I personally enjoyed playing with Orisas that would just hold. Why? We would use the hold for the Ana to land the nade, bro. Because like Orisa would just throw the hold and I would land the nade. It would be very easy to follow up on that. Now, curious to see how this is gonna feel, if the ability is gonna feel as combo heavy as it was in Overwatch 1. Alright? Interesting. And nerfs on the Javelin, Energy Javelin, Javelin Spin, just in case to compensate for the fact that literally she has another ability to play around. I don't know the cooldowns, we'll see how it is. I don't know the radius. Still, let's see how Hold plays in Overwatch 2. Ramatra. Void Accelerator. Projectile size increased by 25%. Wait, this is the... Ravenous Vortex. Height increased by 100%. This is the E. So wait, it's just going to be a big visual? I don't know, maybe? Okay, so... Sniper Ram. Maybe. With the projectile size increased by 25%. 2 times Tolag. But doesn't it already block if you go above it? It sucks people from the sky now. Alright. Reinhardt, Barrier Field. Now provides Reinhardt bonus movement speed based on its missing health, up to 50% movement speed. Okay. Fire Strike. After hitting an enemy, Reinhardt gains 30% increased movement speed for 2 seconds. Charge. Now gives Reinhardt 50% damage reduction while charging. Alright, let's see how this one is gonna play. So if you land the Fire Strike, you'll get rewarded with movement speed. If you take a lot of damage, you will move faster. Some pretty huge Reinhardt buffs, I would say, over here. Let's see how they play efficiently. Like in-game. Roadhog. Chain Hook. No longer pulls targets towards Roadhog. Now pulls Roadhog towards the enemy or environment hit. Oh, so wait, if you hook somebody, you just pull yourself to them. Like if you hook to a wall, environment hit. Then if you landed in a wall, it's Spider Hog. Same as it was with Junker Queen a while ago, like for April Fools, right? This is what I think it is. Oh my goodness. Just let Roadhog play high ground. I think that a lot of chatting chat is gonna be like, what is this? But this actually might be terrifying. Spider Peg. Take a breather. Damage reduction reduced from 50 to 30%. Now also gives nearby allies 10% damage reduction while being used. Ah, yes, a mini support ultimate. But okay. Whole Hog now pulls nearby enemies towards Roadhog when activated. Okay. I'm up until now, I'll be honest with you, I want to see how this one plays out. How hard are you pulling them? If it's going to be one pellet, right, that hits them, is it going to have the same pull force as, I don't know, 50 pellets and stuff? Now, pulls enemies towards Roadhog when activated. We'll see how it is. It's literally a better graviton surge, I'm understanding. Just pulls you towards them, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. This one sounds like, out of all on the tanks up until now, this one seems, I want to see how this one works like in game. Sigma, Experimental Barrier. Shield health regeneration increased by 25%. Okay. Kinetic Grasp can now be cancelled by pressing the ability button again. Sure. Absorbing damage no longer provides overhealth and instead reduces the cooldown of accretion. No longer provides over. I like how this sounds. Sounds pretty scary, but okay. Gravitic Flux can no longer be interrupted. Okay, I liked how this part sounded. I don't know about this one up until now. So this is considered Transformation Ultimate. This is similar to Soldier's Visor. That's also Transformation Ultimate. So like, for example, if you sleep Dart Soldier while in Visor and he wakes up, it still like counts, you know, like the ultimate still goes. Same with Gravitic Flux, I assume. You're going to cast it, and if you sleep dart him or you hack him, it's still going to continue, and maybe you have enough time to cast it afterwards. Winton. Tesla Cannon. Secondary fire can now be channeled even further. After 1 second, continue charging for another 2 seconds to increase the damage to 150. Okay. Overall channel time increased from 2.5 to 4.5 seconds. Barrier projector size radius increased from 5 to 7 meters. Primal Rage now creates a barrier projector upon activation. Primary melee attack range increased by 25%. Okay. Pretty strong. And we have 2 more tanks, I think, right? Yeah. Ball, Pile Driver, now gets a free cast after impacting an enemy hero, which does not require being in the air. The free cast expires if not used within 5 seconds. Mine radius increased by 50%. Zarya, Projected Barrier, now also provides allies with 30% increased movement speed, and now destroys any incoming projectiles and Baptiste's Immortality Field, the Graviton Surge. Okay, these are the tank changes. Some tanks seem to be very broken. Some mechanics I can definitely see in-game, maybe. And we're gonna see how they play out. But Ball slams and then slams you again. It's gonna be an experience. Let's go to the DPS and support ones too beforehand, chatting chatters. Let's go to the DPS and support ones too. Alright. Okay, so hit scan damage heroes by TQQ. Ashe, Dynamite, can be detonated by using the ability to input again. I can play Ashe! Finally! It was so hard for me to land the Dynamite. Bob can stop movement with the ability 3 input again. Okay. I kind of like these two. Kind of a lot. Bastion, now explodes on death for 300 damage in a 5-meter radius. Wait, I'm sorry, but... So Ashe can be detonated by using the ability to input again. Bob can stop movement with the ability to input again. Bastion now explodes on death for 300 damage in a 5-meter radius. This is like Lifeweaver's passive parting gift, but it's the reverse of it. Instead of dropping heal, you drop damage. 300 damage in a 5-meter radius. Let's see how big this is gonna be in game. Configuration, recon damage reduced from 25 to 24 seconds. Rate of fire increased from 5 to 6 shots per second. Okay. Tactical grenade replaced by self-repair ability on secondary fire. So not that much mobility for Bastion, but you can heal yourself a little bit. Damage reduced from 12 to 9. Can now deal critical damage. Configuration assault. Okay, Cassidy, combat roll. Now launches you forward in what direction you're facing. Now cleanses negative effects and heals for 50 health. And distance increased by 50%. Moving on. A Reaper. Raid form. Now acts like Moira's Fate ability. Can be activated during Death Blossom. Deals 50 damage to enemies you pass through. Okay. Can heal up to 50 additional overhealth, the passive. Okay. Sojourn. Primary fire projectile speed increased from 150 to 300. Primary fire damage reduced from 9 to 6. Power Slide. Now only launches you forward in the direction you're facing and can travel upwards. Wait, how is this going to look like in game? Sprint. Bonus movement speed increased from 50 to 80%. Biotic Field can now be thrown in your aim direction. Well, is this gonna be Anna's nade? Wait, what is... How is this gonna happen? Tactical Visor. Movement speed increased by 20% while the ultimate is active. And now grants limited ammo for his duration, so you're not stopped with reloading. Sombra. Translocator. Projectile speed increased from 72 to 125, so it's gonna throw the translocator faster. Stealth detection radius increased from 4 to 20 meters. What? That is very close. Radius ring VFX removed. Player outline is now hidden while in stealth. Bonus movement speed increased from 45 to 100%. Okay. Tracer. Health reduced to 175 to 150. Spread increased from 3.5 to 4.5. Projectile speed increased on Pulse Bomb from 15 to 100. Blink cooldown reduced from 3 to 2.5 seconds. How many changes for Tracer? Cooldown decreased from 13 to 10 seconds. Okay. Oh my god, so Pulse Bomb is hit scan. This is what I'm getting out of it. It's not gonna travel. It's gonna go. Its projectile speed increase. I think Pulse Bomb goes like this, so you can avoid and stuff. I think it's gonna be hit scan Pulse Bomb. All right. Afterwards, Widowmaker, Venom Mine. Projectile speed increase from 20 to 40 meters per second. Widow's Kiss. Scope shots now deal damage over 1 second. Critical hits deal damage in half the time. Wait, what is Widow's Kiss? Wait, I'm confused about this one. Still, let's see how they feel like in game. Her gun, the gun like Anasha's, like the Soldier is 76. It's not a burst damage, it's unscoped. Scope shots now deal damage over 1 second. You channel faster, I guess. And critical hits deal damage in half the time. We'll see how it feels like in game, chat. We'll see how gun now is dot. The scoped is dot instead of burst. I'm gonna understand it in game and stuff. Dude, a lot of changes for a lot of heroes. Alright, let's keep going, chat. We're halfway through, I think. Projectile damage hero changes by casta. Echo, duplicate. Can now target allies. Okay. Ally target ultimate multiplier reduced from 450 to 350%. Alright, let's see how it's gonna feel. Left this. Genji, Dragon Blade. Cast time reduced from 1 to 0.5 seconds. Swing speed slowed from 0.7 to 0.9. Now heals Genji for 20% of damage done. Alright. Hanzo, Storm Arrow. Recovery reduced from 0.5 to 0.25 seconds. Draw time reduced from 0.7 to 0.2. Now reloads with a maximum of 10 ammo. Storm Bow. Maximum damage reduced from 120 to 70. Storm Arrows, the E, replaced by Scatter Arrow ability. Let's see the numbers. Max impact damage increased from 120 to 130. And Split Arrow maximum damage reduced from 75 to 50. Alright, we'll see how it's gonna feel like in game with this. Like how big amount of damage you're gonna get or not. The damage breakpoints and stuff. Junkrat, Frag Launcher. Projectile speed increased from 25 to 35 meters per second. No. Casta, no. Riptire. No longer control Riptire in first person. Can be detonated by pressing the ultimate ability input again. Maximum duration reduced from 10 to 1.5 seconds. Movement speed increased by 100%. Explosion damage reduced from 600 to 300. Explosion radius reduced from 10 to 5. And now ignites enemies for 150 damage over 5 seconds. Okay, so you just gotta shoot these a little bit faster, but your ultimate is pretty weak from what I get. Endothermic Blaster for Mei. Frozen Ground now increases Mei's movement speed by 20%. Classic. With this. Blizzard. Effect is now centered around Mei. Now roots enemies instead of stunning. Roots enemies, so they can still use abilities, but it can't move, I think. Is what I'm getting out of the phrasing. Farah. Rocket Launcher. Direct impacts now grant 15 over health up to a maximum 45. Rocket Barrage. Jump Jet and Jet Dash abilities can be activated during Rocket Barrage. Oh, insane mobility here. Symmetra Teleporter. Now forcibly teleports players. What do you mean force? When you put the TP, do you just get TP'd there? What do you mean? Duration reduced from 10 to 5 seconds. If you walk over it, you don't have to activate it. Just touch it and you're gone. Okay. Sentry Turret. No longer tracks enemy targets and now continuously fires a straight beam. Damage per second increased from 35 to 80. And movement speed slow increased from 15 to 25%. Oh my god. Imagine the visual clutter of like setting up these and they just shoot non-stop. But they do feel like a laser, you know, with how much damage this is. Alright. Torbjorn, deploy turret. Now upgrade to level 3 while the overload ability is active. Classic. Level 3 turret. Venture, Tectonic Shock. Maximum duration increased from 7 to 10 seconds. Now has damage fall off from 150 maximum down to 110 minimum damage. Alright, chat. Alright, and now support changes by SK. Ana now has Exo Boots passive. Yes! Let's see how Ana's gonna feel like playing with mobility. Biotic rifle, reload time reduced from 1.5 to 0.75 seconds. Thank you. This is gonna be so much fun. 1.5 to 0.75 seconds. I love it. That will be busted. It's gonna be very fast. It's gonna be very fast. There was a while ago. I also like worked on a creator patch a couple of years ago. I don't quite remember if it was like something with reloading, like faster shooting or stuff like that. But it was also something that allowed you to do it faster and stuff. And the impact was huge. This is gonna be kind of very fluid. I want to see how this is gonna feel like with Exo Boots passive. Super excited for this. Alright, moving on. Baptiste Exo Boots now grants increased movement speed while in the air. So a little bit of extra mobility. Brig Shield Bash now grants Brig 30% movement speed for 2 seconds after the ability ends and no longer stops any current momentum when it ends. Okay. Inspire now shows Brig's icon on your HUD when you're currently being healed by Inspire. Quality of life change. Love it. I think this should be added. I love it. I love it. So you know exactly when you're affected by it, because you gotta hear the sound, like look at your HP and understand like in the range of Brig. W change. Ilagi. Healing Pylon now has 2 charges. Double Pylon. Healing reduced from 30 per shot to 20 per shot. So wait, no, wait, 2 charges. Wait, not double Pylon. 2 charges, wait. So it shoots pew, 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 rather than 2 pylons, right? That's what I'm understanding. So it... I want to see how this is... There are 2 pylons. We'll see in game. 2 charges. I think it means that you have 2 pylons. The ability to throw a pylon has 2 charges. Or maybe you place one, lose it, and place it again, like Symmetra's turret. Does it go on cooldown? A lot of questions with how it's gonna feel like in game. You know, like what happens if you have 2 charges? The first one gets destroyed, and then can you place the second one? Is there a penalty? What happens? You know. Here it is. Lifeweaver, Torn Volley. Damage per projectile increased from 6 to 7. Weapon swap speed increased by 100%. Okay, it's gonna help you with the fluidity. Life Clip, cooldown reduced from 19 to 15 seconds. Pedal Platform now has 2 charges. Jump height increased by 50%. Ooh. Okay. Lucio, Sonic Amplifier. Damage per projectile increased from 18 to 22. Sound Barrier now provides more overhealth based on Lucio's fall time, scaling up to 100% bonus overhealth if falling for 1 or more seconds. So from the top rope, you just get the Ajax min-maxing. The Ajax min-maxing with this. So you gotta wall ride before you cast this to get extra benefit. Interesting, I'll be honest with you, because you're putting yourself at the risk of casting this and it being cancelled, but if you get it, it's gonna be more value. Kiriko, Swift Step, now can be used when no ally is targeted. When used this way, do a directional teleport and have a reduced cooldown of 50%. Hey, a lot of times I was okay, that was busted. Shh. We went through the tank changes. We went to the DPS changes. Okay, supports up until now, okay, you know, let's see this. Let's see it, okay? A lot of the times, Chad, one of the most frustrating experiences when playing Kiriko is that if you TP, you need somebody to TP to. You go like, please, let me TP and stuff. Let's see what this plays out in game. It's gonna be broken, definitely, but still. Anyway, Mercy. Guardian Angel. Cooldown reduced from 1.5 to 1 second. So just gonna zoom around. Resurrect. Cast time reduced from 1.75 to 1 second. You have a res once every 18 seconds. Allies resurrected are now only temporarily alive for 10 seconds. Valkyrie resets res cooldown. This is how it was when it was mod meta. You would res, Valk, res. So they're gonna be alive just for 10 seconds. Zombies. So double res maybe, but 10 seconds alive? Okay. Mercy Manser. Okay. 10 seconds. Oh my, imagine you're so close to your ultimate and then that happens. I mean, that's no change. At 10 seconds when it gets steady way. A Moira, Biotic Grasp, now can deal critical damage to enemies while aiming directly at their head. Ooh. Ooh. This is something that I did not know I wanted until I get it. I kind of want to see how this is. Okay, Zenyatta. Now grants Transcendence. Now grants Zenyatta full flight. Snap Kick. Passive. No longer knocks back enemies. Now if Zenyatta hits the environment, he will knock himself back. Okay, fish that wall. Fish that wall. Wait, what happens if you knock the floor? Do you go up? Alright, it's this is gonna be pretty fun to play. A lot of changes. Can't quite remember all of them right now at the top of my head, but it's gonna be. I think you're gonna hop in this game mode. You're gonna try it out a little bit. And you're gonna be surprised by wait, what you can do that. I want to give obviously all the supports a go and stuff, but maybe I'm gonna try some of the DPSs and tank changes as well. And they cooked. Yeah, pretty fun changes. See how it's gonna go. Alright, let's go through the patch notes. Let's go to the official patch notes right now. Moderators, could I please get a link to the official patch notes? I would like the official patch notes really fast. Is that possible? Thank you very much for that. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, now let's go to the patch notes. Boom. So, Season 11, Super Mega Ultra Watch. Community Crafted Mode, we went over this. Hero Mastery Updates. For Solidar 76 and Kiriko, they've been added, and the co-op gauntlet has been removed. New map Renasapi, okay, it's a new push map. I think it's gonna be available in ranked already, you know. So let's see how this one's gonna go. Challenge updates. Weekly challenge catch up. All past and complete weekly challenges can be completed at any time in a given season. When the weekly reset occurs on Tuesdays, incomplete weekly challenges gain an additional copy of that challenge. When a weekly challenge is completed, if that challenge has copies remaining, the challenge will refresh and can be completed again. We have some milestones, weekly milestones here as well. Competitive play updates. Rank percentage is now displayed on the competitive progress page, allowing you to check your exact percentage without playing another match. Thank you. Because it was very hard to remember. But I was at 51%, I was at 79%. W. Rename the modifiers win streak and loss streak to win trend and loss trend. To more accurately convey that these modifiers are calculated by weighing the most recent games more heavily, but that they are not true streaks. True, because I don't know exactly when they kick in, but if you lose 7 games, I don't know, you lose 8 games in a row, that's what you consider, let's say, a streak, right? But you can lose, I don't know, 8 games and win 1 after losing 4, and that will still count as a streak, you know. So right now they just renamed to for more clarification. Added more parameters, I think, for how the matchmaker handles wide groups, so that can ensure better queue times. Please, better queue times. A button that allows you to view the match's final scoreboard has been added to each game during the end of game flow. Oh, so you don't have to go like in game reports and see the score. Let's see how this is. This will look in game chat. Okay, and now here are updates. Let's go. Knockback time when 2 charging abilities collide reduced from 2 to 1.7 seconds. Yes, numbers. This stun time reduction applies to the knockdown, that happens when 2 charging abilities collide and result in a tie, with Reinhardt, Doomfish, Brig, Mauga, Bob. The contact play and interaction of 2 charging abilities impacting each other is great, but it took both players out of the fight for a little bit too long. Alright. See how it's gonna, it's not that much. Fine. Tank. DVA. These changes will improve D.Va's effectiveness against smaller targets as she became less effective against armored enemies in the previous patch. Weapon spread reduced from 3.75 to 3.3375 degrees, and impact damage increased from 15 to 25. So, easier to land more damage is the TLDR. If you hit the boosters, if you hit them with your boosters, with your shift, you're going to do 10 extra damage. D.Va's burst damage has increased a lot. She's just going to fly in your face. Use the boosters, use the melee, use the missiles, and then these will also be easier to track. D.Va became even scarier than she is right now. I don't think she needed this personally, chat. I think she was fine. It's just a consequence of other heroes being stronger than her. Queen. The tank knockback resistance passive was affecting Junker Queen's pull effect more than intended. This distance can be affected by the movement, but tanks are now pulled in about 5 to 6 meters instead of only 3 meters or so. So now pulls tanks further, right? Because of the tank knockback passive. So the knife should be as efficient against any target hooked. W buff for this one, honestly, because we haven't seen Junker Queen being played that much. And this is okay, you know. So like if you knife a Reinhardt, you'll be able to pull him a little bit closer to you than before right now. And Rampage startup time reduced from 0.75 to 0.5 seconds. Wait, we went through this and it was 0.25, 0.375. I mean, alright, it's fine. We're gonna see how it's we're gonna see this. Alright, so moving on. Orisa. Cooldown reduced on Javelin Spin from 9 to 8 seconds. Orisa's survivability was reduced more than necessary in her last round of changes, so we're partially reverting the cooldown increase to Javelin Spin. This is not the spear, this is the helicopter and stuff. Sure. Roadhog. The Roadhog's already powerful survivability increased significantly with a headshot damage reduction from the tank roll passive, so these changes are to help bring that back in line. 50% base health nerf, and take a breather, damage reduction reduced from 50% to 40%. So it's going to be easier to focus Roadhog down right now, as Roadhog has, he has less HP, and also the damage reduction when you use your E, your vape will be 10%, dropping from 50% to 40%. It's going to be easier to melt him down. He's still going to be really tanky. Alright. This is it for tanks. Yeah, I don't know about the Diva change, like the Queen change, Orisa change, mech, Roadhog change, W. Moving on, Cassidy. Oh my god, this is an essay. We're reverting the magnetic grenade ability to be deployed like Cassidy's previous flashbang ability. Wait, what? But it will keep the hinder effect instead of a full stun. We've heard feedback surrounding the magnetic grenade ability and agree that while the fantasy of a homing grenade was fun, the moment-to-moment gameplay of it often felt too unpredictable as to whether it would land or not. True, I still don't understand how it works. I mean, the trajectory of it. The hinder effect has been a useful tool to act as a counter to highly mobile heroes without going back to a full stun and the enemy player losing the ability to fight back. The Deadeye ultimate is getting an adjustment to increase its flexibility towards the end of its duration, enabling it to get value outside of buying time for Cassidy or his allies or reloading. Though it may be riskier to hold it for a long time as the damage reduction will fade away along with the movement speed penalty. Okay, we cooking. So, Peacekeeper, secondary fire, Fan the Hammer damage reduced from 50 to 45 seconds. But I was a Fan the Hammer Freddy. Damage reduction reduced from 75 to 50% on combat goal. Close enough. First try. Okay. He was way too tanky while doing this. Flashbang. Can you survive a pulse bomb though? I think you can. We'll see. Magnetic grenade ability is now flashbang. Hinders enemies instead of stunning them for 1.2 seconds. Movement speed reduction increased from 30 to 50%. Hinder now prevents crouching movement. Ooh! So you can line up the headshot afterwards. 45 explosive damage, 12-second cooldown. Huh. This is a big slow though, from 30% to 50%. This is going to be a pretty big slow. 1.2 seconds, they're going to be 50% slowed. So you'll be able to throw this. It should connect faster as it's going to work like a flashbang. You can crouch while in it and then headshot. I think you have time to sneak in 2 headshots. Oh my god, what if you land it on multiple people? See how it's, we're going to see it. Deadeye. Movement speed penalty now scales down over time from 70% to 35%. So initially you're going to move slower. And then you're going to move faster, is what I'm getting out of this. But, kind of like you're going to get a mini speed boost. It's not a mini speed boost. You're still going to move slower than usual. But, you know, damage reduction now scales down over time from 40% to 0%. So, if you ever had those situations in which a Cassidy was just sitting there, waiting with his high noon, and then you peek and you headshot him, and he barely lives, that was because of the damage reduction. Right now, the longer he waits, the less damage reduction he's going to have. So you will actually be able to peek him if he's holding it for too long and get the kill. Feels like interesting trade-off. Alright, Mei. May's damage output over time is intended to be on the low end for a damage hero, as she offers strong utility and survivability through her ability kit, but we would like to make the secondary fire Icicle more rewarding by increasing the damage and slightly more difficult to land consistently. Secondary fire base projectile size reduced from 0.15 to 0.12 meters, so it's going to be harder to land the right clicks, but if you land them, you're going to do more damage. Increase from 75 to 85. Alright, let's see how it's going to go. Yo, shout out to Shoko98 here with a 50 gifted subs. Keep me those gifts to chat for Shoko here. Thank you for the love. Thank you. Reaper. With the previous patch change to how armor reduced damage, shotgun weapon heroes like Reaper lost some value since much of their game plan evolved around pressuring large tank heroes. To help shift Reaper towards being more effective against smaller targets, we're tightening the weapon spread on the Hellfire shotguns and reducing the amount of time enemies have to react to his Shadow Step teleport. Weapon spread reduced from 6.5 to 6 degrees, so yeah, it's going to be tighter, it's going to be easier to land your shots. This is a change similar to how the Diva change was a little bit higher up. So if you want to focus a squishy target, you're going to have an easier time at doing it. Cast time reduced from 1.5 to 1.2 seconds, so when you're going to be screaming flanking while TPing in front of them, and everybody's going to know that you're going to be behind them, you're going to TP there a little bit faster. Okay. So Jorn, this change is reducing. Give me a second. I've been reading for quite some time. Let me go through this really fast. This change is reducing the burst damage potential of the secondary fire railgun shot. Both lessen frustration from playing against that burst damage and to shift power into her sustained primary fire damage. This should smooth out the feast or famine nature of Sojourn consistently hitting the secondary fire shots. A railgun. Secondary fire damage scaling reduced from 30 to 130 damage down to 1 to 100 damage. Secondary fire projectile no longer requires overclock to pierce enemy players. Primary fire shots per second increase from 14 to 16. So no ammo compensation. Overclock energy charge rate increased from 100 to 120 per second. So what I'm getting out of this is you're going to do less damage with the railgun if it's fully charged, if I understand this correctly. If you land the railgun shot, it can pierce through enemies. So we might be seeing, I don't know, we might be hitting 5 people with it. It's not going to happen, but might be seeing some kills like that. And primary fire shots per second increase from 14 to 16. So it's going to be like the ones that you shoot to charge. You don't get extra ammo, from what they're saying here, but you shoot a little bit faster. So your DPS are... Let's see the numbers in game, bro. It's a change in playstyle. It is definitely a change in playstyle for Sojourn with this. Energy charge rate increased from 100 to 120 per second. So her deadliness with a one-shot and stuff, with a high burst damage gets reduced. She's gonna be more like consistent damage overall, and then somebody else is gonna finish the kill. My opinion, this is gonna feel a little bit kind of like how you're playing Soldier, and maybe you can land the Helix Rocket to finish a kill. It's not gonna be exactly the same playstyle, but if you want to go somebody that can burst a little bit harder, you're better off playing heroes like Widow or Cassidy or yeah. I think Sojourn was okay-ish right now. I'll be honest with you. I don't know about these ones, but let's see. That's all I'm going to say with this. Let's see. Symmetra. Developer comments. To help solidify Symmetra as a close-range threat, we're increasing her health to better survive in that range, along with how quickly her primary fire beam damage ramps up. Base health increased from 100 to 125, so Symmetra is going to have 275 health. Primary fire charge rate increased by 25%. Ooh. Gonna feel she's gonna be in the front line. She's gonna be pretty tanky. I just want to say something over here with side by side with Cassidy. Yeah, in a second I'm gonna get into it. So Cassidy was played initially, then he wasn't played, and then he was played. And I think one of the reasons why that happened a while ago was because of him having extra HP. If I remember correctly, Symmetra also has had some extra HP throughout time than the one that she had right now. This is literally, I feel like this is one of the safe ways in which they can buff heroes and they want them to be played a little bit. They have the precedent with Cassidy with 25 or 50 extra HP. I can't quite remember. And then if it's going to be too strong, of course, it's going to be very easy to adjust. And this one, we're going to see more Symmetras from here on out. But the big question that I have over here, I'm going to go to the support ones in a second, is where is Tracer? That is the big question that I have. Where is Tracer? Is she not performing that well? I think that Tracer is incredibly strong. Anyway, support. I'm expecting, please, Mercy buffs, I don't know, Life Weaver buffs, maybe Ana changes, I don't know. But we're jumping into Illagi and then Kiriko. Okay, Illagi. Illagi's healing pylon is intended to be useful for healing her team in relatively safe positions without much focus required. Healing her team, which enables her to either apply pressure with her primary fire or spot heals and bursts from her more limited secondary fire healing beam. To encourage this, it now has improved health and healing output, but it is less effective when Illagi uses it to heal herself. Outburst, this is the shift, the one in which she goes like, and spins around. Accurate description, representation, I mean, of the ability. Damage increase from 10 to 25. Sure. Healing pylon. Healing per projectile increase from 30 to 40. Pylon healing is now only half as effective when targeting Illagi. Max health of the pylon increased from 100 to 125. Okay, Illagi, in my opinion, hasn't been that strong recently. You know, in GM, she hasn't been that strong. And in general, when you wanted to play Illagi, what you would do is you would play your own game on the side with a pylon over there. Or like you would go split from your team, do your own stuff. Or maybe you have one of your teammates help you out, which was interesting, and in my opinion still is interesting, because you don't want all supports to play in the exact same playstyle in which I stay behind you, I heal you, you do stuff, I look at you, that's all I do. Illagi changed a little bit with that playstyle. If you want to play supports that stay behind their teammates, you can do that. If you want to play more of a flanking support, you can do that. If you want to commit hard to an off angle because one of your DPSs doesn't want to commit to an off angle and you think that I can win the game, you can do that. Now, if you're going to do that, you will be punished for it a little bit more, because you're going to be punished because you're going to be receiving half of the healing. So what you have to do is you have to be a little bit more calculated when you want to off angle. Not to mention the fact that you're also encouraged, in this case, to stay closer to your team. Now, why? Because you're going to be healing more with the pylon. Your team is going to be taking damage. You're going to get more ultimates. It's going to be easier for them to protect the pylon. And in case they dive you and stuff, you still have this extra damage and they can protect you. But the question that I have, though, is this is literally encouraging everybody supposed to have roughly the same playstyle. You know what I mean? It helps you peak a little bit. It helps you peak a little bit more safely, more controlled. You can't be as greedy as before. You know, you can't be as greedy as before with her, definitely, while doing this. Because if you take a lot of damage, your downtime hiding and waiting for the pylon to be up and making you full HP, it's going to take quite some time. I don't know. I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I dislike it. I want to see what it feels like in game. But definitely, if you go for an off angle, you're going to be a little bit more careful than before with how much damage you're taking. And if your style is playing a little bit closer to your team, you will be getting more value out of it. So see how it's gonna go. Risk versus reward type of equation over here. I personally believe that probably with this, still off angle, but a little bit softer than before to make sure that the pylon can help your team and you at the same time, rather than hard committing, because it is a little bit too risky while doing so. Now, wait, that's it? Bro, wait, just let me go to the Kiriko ones. Developer comments. Hard knockdown stuns refer to all of the existing knockdowns where the player is stunned and laying on the ground, such as Reinhardt's Earthshatter. Wait, stunned and laying on the ground. With the exception of Ana's Sleep Dart effect, which is removed upon taking damage, or Protection Suzu's Cleanse. Swift Step. Cooldown increased from 7 to 8 seconds. So your TP is going to be available a little bit later. And Protection Suzu no longer cleanses hard knockdown stuns. So we gotta test this in game, what this means. Earth Shatter, but what happens because it says stunned and laying on the ground? Does it cleanse before I hit the ground? What happens with Sigma's accretion? I think that, okay, this is just complicating things. You know, what happens if you get, I don't know, stunned by Doomfist with the fist? I think that is a hard knockdown stun. Or is that just a hard stun? I feel like we're splitting too many definitions and we're complicating it a little bit too much, because right now, let's say you're gonna play Kiko, it goes, so it cleanses negative effects, right? But it doesn't cleanse hard knockdown stuns. Okay, knockdown stuns, but while I cast the hard knockdown stun and I fall down, am I actually knocked down? I'm not, you know what I mean? It's complicated. It's complicated. What this means in theory is that Kiriko is going to be weaker in some direct matchups in which you could have played in order to help your team out. So for example, Earth Shatter is what comes to mind. I don't know about what else though. We'll see in game. But yeah, that's it for the hero balance changes. I expected some Mercy changes. I expected some Mercy changes. I expected some Life Weaver changes. I don't know, maybe some Lucio nerfs. Lucio has insane pick rate right now. They kind of forgot a support exists. It's been the same playstyle for supports since Season 9 dropped, in which I personally feel like you need more ammo or you need lower cooldowns, because I'm stuck. Whenever I play any other hero other than Lucio, I don't play Lucio, but the other support plays Lucio. I play Bop or Kiri, somebody just dies. I feel like the impact for support, like since Season 9, it's been feeling really, really bad. I was waiting maybe a shake-up at the meta. These changes will definitely, in my opinion, not result in the strong supports and the weak supports changing spots and how strong they are right now. You know, it's still going to be Lucio, Bob, Kiri, sit in the back, wait for your DPS to out DPS like DPS, and heal your tank. And if you do something else, you're going to get punished for it. And if you play any other hero than the ones that are very strong, you're not going to have enough resources to get value out of them. I had a game earlier, I'm not kidding. I had a game in which I was super excited playing Mercy. We had Mercy Ilari with a Ramatra, right? And I was left clicking the Ramatra and stuff. I was thinking, what can I do? It's, I don't know, chat. A little bit disappointing. This is a little bit disappointing. This is pretty disappointing for supports in Season 11. It's been what? Season 9, Season 10, and now this one in which it just feels like you're just sitting there and you're just healing and waiting for your team to do something. Not to mention again that some heroes have been weak for quite some time, and we still haven't seen them being played or like looked at and stuff. They want us to stop playing, is just saying. It's just disappointing. Sports season, in my opinion, with this. Anyway, still gonna be forcing Ana though whenever we can. That is. Okay, map updates. Colosseo. Remove the glass and added stairs. Okay, so some Colosseo changes. The side by side. Okay. Alright. Can get these easy boops from here. Increased push robot speed by 10% with pushing the barricade. So robot's gonna be pushing stuff faster. Click the middle. You want me to click the middle? Ah, the technology. Oh, my bad. Oh, I see it now. Now it makes sense. Ah, they pushed this a little bit further back. We have some cover here. Love it. And this part, ooh. Hey, they added a health pack here. They added a health pack. And also this over here seems, yeah, another area. Can you see from here to? I think you can see from here to here. I think you can still get this from the bridge, by the way. Looking good. You're going to push the robot by 10% faster in both quick play and competitive. And quick play, the push game mode will be from 10 to 8 minutes. And yeah, that's about it. A lot of changes here and there. A ton of changes. And let's go with a battle pass guy, meow. Let's go with a battle pass. So, me keep it like this. Oh, let me put my camera top right really fast. Let me close this. Shop, Battle Pass. Level 1. Ultra Watch Reaper. Cute logo in the back. What do the guns look like? Upgrade Battle Pass. Nah, never mind. Alright. He has better looking guns on other skins. And my favorite Reaper skin. Calamity Empress Ashe, player icon.
This isn't even my third most final form.
Alright. I think this goes with his skin very well. Goes really well with the skin. Currency level 6 Sentai Squad name card. One's free. Emote. Imagine doing this in game. I think if you do, if it goes in a loop in game, this would be sick. Just dodging everything. Mythic Prisms, level 9 Super Magi Strike. Aww. Some 200 Overwatch coins at level 10. Level 11, Explosive Entrance. Okay. This paired up with the skin is gonna look sick. But it looks good like this too. I think this is our best highlight intro. I love it. Level 12. Retro TV. We gotta set up the Twitch stream over here, chat. We gotta set up the Twitch stream over here. Hey, Jew Roadhog. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. I'm trying my hardest.
Mada, mada.
we should get Genji and Kiriko arguing with each other. Mada, mada. Mada, mada.
Mada, mada.
Just yapping at each other non-stop, just arguing. Some credits here. We gotta do this in game afterwards, chat. Weapon charm. My voice died. Oh, it's a cute. Cute. Level 19. Or the pay, I think. Pai, maybe. Ooh. Chat, I gotta get myself this shirt. Oh my god, look over here in the back. Aw, dude. This makes the entire skin. Change my mind. Okay, look at the skin. Look at the shirt I mean. But there's the coolers in the back. Just This one here as well. Love it. I love it. This is a great skin. This is his best skin up until now. Alright, this is the emote.
Level up, dude.
Laser beam, goat hog. Ultra Watch Sojourn, level 24.
I am the final boss.
You can spam this. Ultra Watch Sojourn, level 28 Mythic Prisms. Shock Spray. Might equip this. This is Sojourn. Ultra Watch Sojourn. How does the gun look like? Oh, I have the golden gun equipped. Let me go really fast. Where's Sojourn? Sorry, doing some aim training. Sojourn, sorry about this. 1 second. Battle Pass, we're at level 30. Ah, there you go. Fast clicking. Okay, love it with the color scheme. Looking good. Alright. Level 31. Groove Sombra emote. This is impossible to headshot. Looked like she broke her neck for a second when she did this. Over here. Likey. Right. Beach DJ Lucio.
Just how retro are we talking?
Ultra Watch Wrecking Ball. Just relaxing.
My story's not over yet.
Imagine you spam this voice line, then just die instantly. Calamity Bob, level 40. Wrecking Ball scan, this is a free one. What the guns look like. Sure, It's cute. Aw, he smiles. I don't know why, but I expected him to go like ragey mode. You can go in full ragey
The
mode.
true battle
Just smiles.
lies within.
Ah, yes, indeed. Victory pose for Cassidy. Ultra Watch Strike Sojourn. Level 46. A name card. Empress Power Ashe. Okay, level 50. Scan for Lucio. Lifeguard. I think I have the golden gun. Okay, never mind, I don't. Garda Vidas. Any translators in the chat? Life Guardian. I'm thinking. Guardian of Life, maybe? Right. Guard everywhere. Lifeguard. Oh, Lifeguard. Oh, okay. Close enough. Super Magi. Yache Sentai Strike, I think.
No style, no substance.
I love the voice lines. Lifeguard Junkrat. Oh, soon. Why is this so good? This reminds me of Olaf after he uses the litter box. He goes like, clean, Mr. Streamer. Clean the litter box. I swear. This is so good. Alright. You can sync them up like all the victory poses. Lifeguard Junkrat. Nice sunglasses. A propeller on this over here. Duplicate level tier 59 and 7. No, this is an emote. The other one is a victory pose. Level 61 May. Highlight intro. Wave. Okay. Yeah, they should have made something else rather than use the same thing for victory pose and emote. Agreed. Eiju Kick Zenyatta. Name card, Retro Heroes. This one is better than the previous one.
I am not here to play your silly games.
Butterfly souvenir. I mean, this souvenir actually might stand out compared to the other ones. It's very pretty. Level 70. Butterfly Symmetra scan. Huh. TP looking good. Ooh. Pretty nice. These ones look good as well. Cute. And now final 10 levels, right? Yeah, final 10 levels. This is a weapon charm. Player icon.
My name is Green Cyborg Ninja Dude.
Alright, this is a must equip. This is a must equip. Ultra Watch Genji. Get it?
My fate is decided.
Green Cyborg Ninja Dude.
Green Cyborg Ninja Dude.
Oh my god, imagine if you would say this in victory pose. Level 78. Level 79. And finally on level 80, we're gonna have Ultra Watch Genji scan. Not my favorite Genji scan, I'll be honest with you, but how does the blade look? I think I have Golden Gun equipped, by the way. I might be wrong, not gonna unequip it. You also get a spray and Ultra Watch Genji. Alright. And player titles, Minion. Minion! I gotta do this. Sentai, Kaiju, Retro Hero, City Razor, Nemesis, Calamity Sovereign, and Final Boss. I love the player titles this season. Minion. Maybe I'm gonna change it to Minion. And let's see the Mythic shop. Yeah, let's see the Mythic shop. Calamity Empress. 60 days. This is the Ashe scan. At level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. At level 1, you get 1 weapon, 1 crown, 1 mask, 1 color scheme. So this is how it looks like. Good thing that I don't have the golden weapon equipped. I'm kind of hungry here. I'm sorry, I'm kind of vibing to the music in the background. I think you can hear it very faintly. It's in the menu in the Mythic shop. A lot of faces on the gun. Wait, is this moving? Yeah, it's kind of moving. See this over here? The leather strap, I think it's called. Bobby. And this. Okay, on level 2, you get 2 extra customizations. You get another crown. You have to pick between this one or this one. And you get another mask. This one or this one. I don't know which one I like more. And still 1 weapon and 1 color scheme. Level 3, you get an extra color scheme. Let's go with mask option 1, mask option 2. Let's go with crown 1, crown 2. I think this one looks pretty interesting. I'm gonna go to the weapons in a second as well. Oh. Kind of like the first color scheme. How does Bobby look like? Oh, look, his face changes as well. Like, this is one of those skins in which, like, I mean, it's a mythic skin, obviously, but there are a lot of very tiny details if you go to, like, each customizability of it. The mask doesn't change, though, for Bobby. The crown doesn't change, of course. It's just, like, the color changes over here. Alright, and somebody said something about the cape. The cape changes, too. Oh, yeah, you're right. The texture is... The cape is different, too. Okay, and finally, at level 4... Ooh, we have red. Gold and red. So we have with weapon 1 or weapon 2. Hey, this reminds me of Anna's gun. You look at the eyes just staring. Let's go to crown. I think level 3 is the best. I think level 4, I mean, is the best with this. Yeah, but this reminds me of Anna's gun. And her mythic a little bit. Is this moving the eye? What is this? Is the eye looking at me? No, it's just like rotating. It's an eyeball, literally. Just looking at me. This is how the TNT would look like. The Bobby. Still a little bit different here. The coach gun. Coach gun is the same with the level of weapons. Yeah, Bobby's the same too. It's just like this gun changes. I don't know how the ADS will look like level 1 and level 4. This gun might look better, but the ADS might be different. There's one thing with ASHE skins. Sometimes like the skins look sick, but the ADS and not animation. Yeah, let's go with animation. Like how it looks like feels a little bit different. You know, it's a little bit too different. Okay, I just want to try one thing out. I want to try the iron sights. On weapon 1 and then on level 4. I completely forgot that we have like the tryout thingy over here. Okay, so this is option weapon 1. Okay. Do the eyes move here on the gun? So many sounds. Yeah. Yo. Alright, and let's start with the second version. Level 4. That was option 1. Try out. I tried option 1, right? Okay, option 2. The eating sound sounds awesome. I feel like this is one of those skins that the audio effects is like what makes it a really good. Really good weapon skin. A really good skin, I mean. Is it me or there's like a tiny frame that hits your face when you zoom in? You seeing it over here? I don't quite remember the differences. Yeah, you might get a little bit dizzy when you do this. Like 1 or 2 frames. Oh god. Speaking of, anyway. Okay, by the way, I think I have my details on low. I think they might be like... No, details are high. The details are set to high, but not everything is set to high. So if you have like better video settings than I have currently right now, then the skin might look a little bit more detailed, obviously. And that's about it. That's about it. We covered the news. I will probably not be getting the ASHE mythic skin. I think it's a pretty cool mythic skin, but to me at least, I don't play ASHE that much. This is why I'm not gonna be getting it. The highlights of the skin are the sounds, if that makes any sense. I love the hum nom 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 nom. The explosion sounds very cartoonish, like, you know. Seems pretty cool. Who knows? Maybe in the future I'm gonna be getting it, but I think I'm gonna be saving the mythic prisms because I don't play that much ASHE. But it's a pretty good skin. And yeah, that's about it for the battle pass. That's about it for the mythic skin as well. And please let me know in the comments your thoughts about everything. And if you enjoyed the content, don't forget to subscribe. Till next time, ML7.